Gosh, sure was a crazy time when everyone was trying to make AI horror movies happen. Glad we're done with that. Because there's no franchisability in any of these. You guys know that, right?
Don't worry, Cady. I won't let anything harm you. Ever again. It's nice to have a friend.
Yes, indeed. The world of AI contains such horrors and terrifying potential futures that the only thing scarier than it is the future of AI horror movies. Yeah, no, because they're gonna get bad, man. M3gan is a ridiculous title, although After AI, is still by far the most atrocious one we've seen to date. So, Cady has parents. Whoops, no she doesn't. They die in the opening 5 minutes, aka they do the thing that the parents of every young leading character in any film ever do. Yeah, and then she has to go live with her Aunt Gemma, who's far too socially awkward, weird and nerdy, and work-obsessed to ever have kids. Is this film telling me I shouldn't have children? Anyway, so she decides that instead of having to parent this child, she'll just create a robot which is more sophisticated than anything we've ever seen, and let that parent the child. People will really do anything not to have to actually have kids, huh? So I feel like this is part of the modern wave of American films that are trying too hard to be a meme. Like, we're getting to the point where it's millennials doing a lot of film writing now, I feel. And you can tell that they kind of grew up, like, just within the stage of memes becoming a thing. Like, they didn't start out young with them, it wasn't natural to them, it was this, like, new thing still. And I can tell when a film has been pitched with the word meme in there. Like, oh, it'll be so memey how she does this little dance before murdering someone. Like, you can tell that's how they've pitched it. And I hate that, but at the same time, this feels like it's treading the line very consistently between funny and cringy. And it just leaps back and forth between those so often that I can't actually dislike most of the things they're doing, even though I almost want to. Like, watching the trailer for the second one in the cinema, I looked at it and I was like, oh my god, that is going to be actually atrocious. And then I came out of it thinking, after just watching the trailer for that, like, oh, I didn't really like the first one as much as I think I did, right? And watching it again, I'm actually kind of going, no, it is good, the first one. There's nothing that wrong with it. I think one of the things that doesn't help this is it being planted deep within the most naturally annoying of genres, PG-13 horror. Although I can't even necessarily describe it as that, because I mean, it's not a horror film for at least the first act, which is just a family melodrama featuring this sort of sad, awkward relationship between Gemma and Cady, which was actually very well done and kept the film interesting even though there was nothing much happening. And then, even by the halfway point, all Megan has done is shoot a couple of vaguely threatening side glances at people. Like, it's almost built like a disaster film in that it really builds before anything actually happens. But there's no big, oh shit, like, you know, there's no shit hits the fan moment properly, where you can tell that she's just gone absolutely nuts. You just kind of assume it from the start, and then you know it, and then you really know it, and then you like... So, I don't know, yeah. I feel like this is a fun, rewatchable film. It's not masterpiece. It's not trying to be either. It is here to have a good time, not a impressive time overly. And I do have a good time, even rewatching it, which I didn't expect to. It's one of those films where you think, oh yeah, I thought that was kind of fun at the time, but rewatching it, I'm going to hate it. No, I didn't. I do feel like it's about the idiot horror film in the last decade or so where you use a parent literally fighting to save the life of a child to, you know, as an allegory for bad parenting, or like, oh, actually, I'm not that bad a parent. I'm only a bad parent at the 99% of what constitutes actual parenting. This is the far extreme, like, it doesn't matter. But it is probably the best of the recent wave of AI horror films, and arguably the almost blueprint, because it's exactly what you expect an AI horror film to be. But I mean that in a good and bad way, a little bit. If you want to be fun and goofy like this, that's fine. It's fun. It worked. If you start thinking, though, that they've changed genres in the sequel, just remember that this was never really that much of a horror film to begin with. So, yeah. I'm giving the naming scheme is going to get super frustrating when they release the third one and have to call it M3gan. 3 stars. Like, it's M3gan. than M3gan 2.0. But then what do they do? What do they do with the third one? They've already got 3, and then it's frustrating, it's silly. Maybe we'll be spared a third. I mean, the second one does look atrocious. Oh, no, wait, they already have an erotic thriller spin-off on the way called Soul M8. We're doomed.